In this video, I encountered 5 owls in one day. We also have an extremely rare visitor to my home county and a bird that I've never seen before. And we wrap up the adventure at one of my favorite birding spots in Utah. Come with me on this journey and let's see what birds we can find. What's up everybody, back with another video today, and I'm back in Utah. So Arizona and California were absolutely incredible, but we've already had an amazing day today. I've seen so far 5 owls on the day. I'm looking at a beautiful great horned owl right now, just back behind me, about 20-30 yards. So absolutely amazing to see these incredible creatures. But this morning we ended up going to someone's house and they had some beautiful young owlets there. So let me narrate that experience for you real quick, and then I'll meet you back here at Utah Lake. Obviously, wanting to protect the privacy of the very kind homeowner, I won't go into too much detail of where we were, but it didn't take us very long to find the owlets. These little fluff balls were absolutely adorable to observe, hanging out in the pines right in someone's front yard. I really enjoyed watching the peach fuzz on their heads and their stunning bright yellow eyes. These owlets aren't brand new to the world and are probably several weeks old at this point, and sometimes they even took off and could fly. Soon they'll be completely on their own and sent into the world by the adult great horned owls. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even aware that one of the adults was right behind the young owl in this shot. These birds are so camouflaged in nature that I didn't notice her until after I was filming this clip. Ray and I had an amazing time filming and photographing these birds, and honestly I'm really excited with how the photos turned out. So make sure you follow Ray and I over on Instagram. I'll make sure to link both of those in the description below. We got more views of the California quails roaming near the road as we tried to get higher angled photos of the owls with different backgrounds for our photos. At one point, this rock wren even enjoyed the wheel on Ray's car, which was absolutely hilarious to watch and observe. We watched the owlets for a little while longer, gathering a few more photos, and called it an absolute success of a trip. It's not every day that you get to observe young owls like this at such a close and chill setting, and we loved every second of it. Wasn't that incredible? Just a whole bunch of different owls, and I wouldn't have been able to find them without my friend Ray. We're just out here birding now at North Shore at Utah Lake. We just walked out to the lake and we saw a Clark's grebe, a little bit of a late season Clark's grebe, after obviously watching the great horned owl for a while. Then there's other things out there. There's some cormorants out on the water as well. Just a nice relaxing day of birding. Maybe we'll find even more owls. 5 owls in one day is pretty incredible, to be honest. And especially to see young owlets, that's just such a special experience. So we're gonna walk through this forest. There's a lot of bird action going on here, a ton of warblers. See what birds we can find. I'll keep you updated. We continued exploring Utah Lake and its surroundings, and we're excited to run into this yellow-bellied marmot. These large rodents are often confused for wolverines by some people, especially at a distance. Our great horned owl friend took particular interest in this probably delicious meal, but no action ensued beyond the owl's initial curiosity. The forest was alive with other life, including American robins and a very camouflaged song sparrow. Seriously, some of these birds blend incredibly well into their backgrounds. Franklin's gulls flew over our heads, and I had to bend my back as far as I could to catch them on camera. I really love the black-headed gulls. They're some of my favorites. We ended our trip to Utah Lake with stunning views of a bright Bullock's oriole. Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for this portion of the video, but stick around, we have more. But I'm here with Ray. Make sure you go check out Ray's Instagram. It's Birds of Ray on Instagram, and she takes probably some of the most incredible pictures, definitely some of the most incredible pictures that I've seen of, honestly, just a whole bunch of different things. Mostly birds of prey, obviously, because of the name, but also dabbles in some other stuff as well. So go check out, links will be in the description below, and I'll see you guys in a minute. And my friend Adam just told me about a red-eyed vireo, which is a super rare bird for Cache County that just showed up here. Sorry for just the abrupt cut from the owl adventure to now. This would be a lifer for me and a really rare bird for the county, so let's head up this trail and see if we can find it. Hiking up the trail towards the red-eyed vireo, my heart was racing. I hadn't seen a lifer in my home county in a long time, and this bird had me so excited to get potential views of it. Along the way, I still stopped to admire some of the other creatures, like this spotted towhee. But then we arrived in a small clearing and heard the melodic call of the vireo echoing through the trees. After hearing it for quite a while, we actually picked it up on camera. I got one of the worst clips you'll ever see of a bird, but here's a few screen grabs of the bird, of the red-eyed vireo. Super rare bird for Cache County, super rare bird for just Utah in general. Super happy to pick that up. That's one more bird on the list. We're gonna see if we can get better views up here. We've got some sharp eyes with us today. See if we can find it. Let's go. We were lucky enough to get better views of the red-eyed vireo, but it always seemed to be perfectly obscured by some of the branches. And it was extremely high up in the tree. If I zoom in, you can make out its dark black stripe on its eye, giving it away as a red-eyed vireo. What an awesome bird.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Back with another video today, and we are at my favorite place in Cache County, Tony Grove Lake. Now, it was really awesome to find that red-eyed vireo lifer, but also I've been waiting for the snow to melt to finally come up here to my favorite spot. It's absolutely beautiful back here. I'll show you some scenery, but wow, can't wait to see what birds are around today. Not looking for anything in particular, but the high elevation birding is my favorite, so we should be able to see a whole bunch of awesome species. Let's see what we can find. Starting down the trail, I saw my spark bird, the mountain bluebird. This one is a female, but was just as stunning with its subtle blue highlights. A white-crowned sparrow sang from a nearby bush, echoing its song directly into our ear canals. We got incredible views of a Cassin's finch perched right off the trail. If you need help differentiating Cassins and house finches, check out my ID guide on the Learn channel. I just got a camera lifer, and I knew it was going to be a possibility to pick up this bird here today. This is actually where I got I think my first Utah sighting, or at least hearing of this bird. Olive-sided flycatcher. First time I've ever seen that bird for more than just like 2 or 3 seconds, and I got it on camera. Not the best angle, but oh, I'm so happy. We got a camera lifer today as well here at Tony Grove Lake. Wasn't expecting really anything new from today, but to get another bird on camera featured on the channel for you guys to enjoy is just absolutely incredible. So really happy to pick up that olive-sided warbler. We're going to continue walking down this trail and see what other birds we can find. We are coming up on a beaver dam, so would love to see a beaver and actually get one on the channel as well. I've seen them before, just not filmed them, so let's see if this beaver is hanging out around here, and I'll keep you updated. Right, so right here is the work of the beaver. You can see that the forest is kind of flooded over here. Here's the actual lake, and then there's obviously a stream that feeds into the lake from over here. The beaver has that all stopped up. It actually creates a really healthy and thriving ecosystem. So they call beavers ecosystem engineers just because of the work that they do. They are so good for the environment. I think the UK just reintroduced beavers to certain parts, and they're already seeing those environments thrive. They've been reintroduced to certain parts of the United States and North America, and those areas started to thrive as well. So really important species, keystone species to have in these types of environments, but I don't see the beaver. So we're gonna continue walking. Oh, I actually see the dam now. It's right over here. I'll show it to you guys. So the dam is right there. And so the beaver will swim up and under. And it's got kind of like this big structure here. So, sorry, beaver lodge. A dam is what a beaver builds to stop up the water. A lodge is what a beaver lives in. Someone taught me that recently. So we're gonna continue walking, see what other birds we can find. We continued meandering down the trail looking for more birds to entertain us. One of my favorite sparrow species, the dark-eyed junco, briefly stopped by to say hello. And a turkey vulture rode the thermals as it soared just over our heads. The only ducks on the small blue lake were 2 mallards, probably enjoying having the water all to themselves. So I have a special announcement for you of another trip that I'm taking. This one's a little bit of a surprise. I had announced Southeastern Arizona to you guys at the end of last year as kind of the big trip of the year, but another opportunity arose. I'm going to be heading to Hawaii to go birding. Yes, we're going to be on the big island, the main island, the island of Hawaii, and we're going to be looking for endemics. Now, there's a lot of birds there that I could get on my life list that unfortunately are introduced species and have established themselves in the area. Obviously, we're going to try to get those birds as well as lifers, but our main focus is going to be those native species in Hawaii. So I'm going with my friends Caleb and Allison. Both have been on the channel before. So if you don't want to miss Hawaii, it's just going to come out in a couple weeks from now, the first Hawaii video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so we just finished hiking around the rest of Tony Grove Lake, and we finished up the lake portion with some good views of some spotted sandpipers. So just a beautiful bird. It's a higher elevation shorebird species. The one that I mostly see on peaks and stuff is the spotted sandpiper. So not unexpected, but always fun to see. What I was hoping to get up here was Steller's jay and Clark's nutcracker, just because I do try to see as many birds every single year as I can, just because I love seeing the birds. I love challenging myself. I love stretching myself, especially in my home county of Cache County. So we haven't seen those yet, but they should be pretty prevalent around this area. So we got a little bit more birding to do before we wrap up this video. But yeah, Hawaii coming up very soon. Let me know in the comments below, what bird do you want me to see the most or get footage of the most in Hawaii? Let me know down in the comments below. Really near the end of Tony Grove Lake today, and just picked up a red-naped sapsucker. At least I believe it's a red-naped sapsucker. Sapsuckers are a bit difficult to tell apart, and I only got a brief clip of it, but there's two white vertical lines going down its back. That's typically an indication of a red-naped sapsucker, and that's the more common sapsucker here in my area. So really, really great selection of birds today. We got a camera lifer. We got that rare red-eyed vireo just the other day as well. Let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite bird from this video? Also, what bird do you want me to film the most in Hawaii? If you'd like to support the channel, links to my merch and my membership program are in the description below. I've got some behind the scenes videos of Arizona available, just interviewing the guys about their favorite birds, some of the cut stuff that I didn't include in the original vlogs. So if you'd like to join the membership program, it's only $2.99 a month, and you get access to that and sometimes early access to videos. As always, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Bright-Eyed Birding.